Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hope that all y'all are doing well today. We are doing Capricorn's general reading, all right? Cappies, I've pulled out all your cards. I put the details of my card readings, palm readings, counseling with advice down on the descriptions of these video. I'm going to start kind of doing that so that way y'all can also see, things of that nature. If you guys are interested, we're gonna have to do it. If you guys are interested in having your own private reading with me, I do FaceTime on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. Those are my three ones that I do FaceTime on. And I will go over there and I'll do your reading face to face through that. Okay. At the same time, I have Airtel and I have Zelle. I cannot get Cash App or PayPal because it just won't let me when I'm visiting from one place to another. And it can be kind of tricky because sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't work. So I just mainly use Zelle and Airtel. All right. That being said, if you guys are also interested in trying one card reading, one palm reading, or having a counseling session with me and you just want to see how it is, if you subscribe, that's right, there's always a subscription. One, the subscribing to my channel is free, so you don't have to worry about paying any money, and you get one free card or palm or counseling session. It's really a win-win. Anywho, now we can finally do your reading. Okay, I'm done. No more advertisement for this video until later on. Now, Capricorn, I pulled out all your cards, all right? Your present is hard work and reliability, but your situation is miscommunication and misunderstanding. And this is all because of deep attraction. So either somebody, something, or a situation or whatever, here's the thing. If it is a person, okay, because we're going to tackle that. I'm going to tackle that first. That's the first can of worms we're opening. All right, here we go. If you love somebody and you're not communicating with them, you're not feeling like you're being understood. And here's the thing, okay? Relationships are hard. They're hard, whether it's with a partner or a significant other, whether it's with friends, whether it's with family, whether it's with work. Relationships, no matter how much you cut it, dice it, flip it, and cook it, it can be really freaking difficult, okay? I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm not going to tell you that relationships are easy, that you're going to find the perfect person. The perfect person does not exist. Mrs. Right does not exist. Mr. Right does not exist. The right person does not exist. They're not going to be perfect. They're going to have some form of problem. Either they're very dominating, they're sometimes negative, and they're not optimistic as you. They're too in their mind, they snore, they have a really weird laugh. Whatever it is, they're going to have something wrong with them, okay? Because if you're trying to find the perfect person, that means you yourself have to be a perfect person. And since none of us, not me or you, are perfect in any shape and form, okay, we do have good qualities. I have good qualities. You have good qualities. Everybody has good qualities. But just as much as we have good qualities, right? We also have the flipped effect of having some nasty qualities, some qualities that are not so pleasant, but we still have them. You feel me? All right. That being said, if you're not communicating with each other, maybe try. Because here's the thing. It is so weird with y'all's reading, and I'm going to say why. Because you're dealing with miscommunication and misunderstanding. That's your situation. But it's tied into something that you love. You love a person, you love something, you love a situation. And when I say situation, you may love a job. You may love a family member. You may love a friend. You may have a partner that you're with and you guys are kind of having a rough patch. You may have a crush on somebody and they're not giving you the same relationship or the same feeling that you have for them. They're not giving it back. They may not love you the way that you love them. It could be vice versa. Maybe they love you and you don't feel the same way. But I feel like when it comes to this deep attraction, it's you. Okay? Again, right? That's just what's going on in the situation. That's not what's going on in my mind. No, baby, but it's what's going on in your hearts. Your mind is on teamwork. So you're on here trying to get money, fuck people. I don't need anybody. I can get my cash. Okay, I can work together. I can put my energy effort into projects, into work, into other things. I don't have to right now deal with what's going on in my heart or with my emotions or with my feelings. And I'm putting it this way because this is your emotion. It's not communication. Your failure to communicate with your emotions, but mentally, you're working on teamwork. You're trying to build things. You're trying to connect with other people. And I want to say it's more of like you're not dealing with the issue at hand. You're not going into the depths of what's really bothering you and why emotionally you're not saying anything, right? And a lot of people may start sensing it, but they'll be like, Capricorn said they're okay. They're all right. And you're not as, like, look, you put a brave face on, honey. And I love you guys with all my heart, okay? Because I feel like Virgos and Cappies, we get each other. We get each other because a lot of us, like a lot of qualities that you guys possess, Virgo has as well. Okay? Now you guys match better with other signs, but like if there is like another energy that could kind of connect with a Virgo, it would be Cappy. Y'all gonna think I'm crazy for saying that, but go over there and see a Capricorn with a Virgo and see how they interact with each other, how they work. It's like synchronization. It's weird. All right? Anyways, we're not talking about Cappy's compatibilities and things, but I am talking about the fact that you guys are not being entirely open and honest about how you feel. It could be somebody that you used to know. It could be a past relationship. But I don't see, like, for y'all who are, or I'm going to tackle you guys first. Because I know for me, sometimes I think about the past person and I'm like, well, I got over them and I think I'm mature enough to be their friends. And I jump onto that bandwagon and it fucks up again. You know what I mean? Like, it absolutely is an absolute shit show. It's ridiculous and it's crazy. So, yeah. For you guys who are interested in the past person, Capricorn, I'm talking to you. Don't do it. Do not press go. Do not collect the 500. There's a reason why that person is the past. Because I don't know, bro. I think you need to deal. I think, like, y'all just focusing on your money right now. You may be hurt. You may not feel 100%, but you're not really in the mood for relationships right now. You may want it, but you're not ready for it. That's also why I say don't do it. Because there's a reason why, bro. Like, here's the thing. A past person, sometimes it works out. Sometimes. Keyword, sometimes. Majority of the time, you guys were to teach each other something, okay? And I'm speaking out of experience, okay? I've done a lot of things, and I try to tell you guys ahead of time, when you do this, what you gonna get, okay? What you gonna be in for. So that way, if you decide to go against my advice, you know what you're gonna be facing, all right? Past people were to teach you about what you need in a relationship. Okay? Sometimes it looks really good on paper and it doesn't work out the way that you want. Okay? So just be open and honest with yourself, I would say. Like, here's the thing. If you can't be open and honest about your feelings to other people, fine. But be open and honest with yourself. Like, sit down with yourself and really talk to yourself and get that, you know what I mean? Like, be able to go over there and be like, you know what? I really miss this person. Sometimes I sit down with myself and I think about all the relationships I had. I'm not ashamed to say that, you know? At least one of us is gonna admit to it, okay? At least this is my confession for today. All right. Mm-hmm. Now, sometimes I think about it and I'm like, you know what? I could have done this and this differently. And I know that I did things because I thought at the time was right, or this was a better option, or whatever. But I can understand now why it didn't work, right? Like I can think about it and be like, you know what? We were here to teach each other what we need in a relationship and what we don't need. And I know that there's some things that I still need to work on, you know? Because again, relationship takes a long work, a lot of effort. It takes compromise. It takes compassion. It takes understanding. It takes agreeing to disagree. It takes wisdom. It takes patience. It takes you guys having to deal with your problems. Like, here's the thing. If they're not hitting you, they're not sexually assaulting you, they're not verbally talking smack and being ugly and abusive, they're not mind fucking you, they're not going there, they're manipulating you mentally and driving you insane and things of that nature, right? It's not an abusive, toxic situation with her or him or them or whoever that you're with. Whatever the partner dynamic is, so long as you're not out here as adults with children and adults with animals and adults abusing other people, because I'm not for that. I'm not for that at all, and I'm not ashamed to go over there and say it to anybody's face. Don't do it. I don't do it. We have enough BS going around without people doing all that. Now, like I said, if it's not abusive and toxic, it's not threatening, okay? Y'all are going to have to deal with your problems. You're going to have to go over there, sit down, and talk to it amongst yourself. The reason why I say don't go around telling everybody about your relationship issues is because, one, not everybody cares. Two, when you guys get over your issues and you guys are buddy again because you guys worked it all out, there's going to be some people going to look at you guys and have that image of you guys fighting and not really think that you guys should be together because of how bad it sounded. Giving you guys wisdom, pearls of knowledge, all right? Now, some of you guys are not in a relationship. You guys are single, you're focusing on your money, relationships are tricky, it's ugh. Okay, be honest with yourself, bro. Go after things that you want. If it's opportunities and you're not communicating, you're not feeling like you're being understood in the opportunities you're trying to get, right? Let's go into now business. Let's go into like new projects, new home, new things, right? Getting that money, stacking that stack. Fuck, people, get the dough, bro. Like, come on. At least money can keep me warm. I can just have all those Benjamins near me and be like, it's okay. I have Benjamin and Benjamins. I have all the Benjamins. Yes, I'm being honest, but I'm also being like, you know, I'm being silly. There's a bunch of shenanigans that go on in these videos, man. Embrace the madness. The madness is among us. Now, that being said, we're going after opportunities. OMG. Yeah. Go after things that make sense, bro. Like, why are we out here wanting to do things we're not doing it? If you want to have a job, if say you want to be a chef, or you want to be an entrepreneur, or you want to go over there and deal with animals, why are we not going after things that we're passionate about? I'm really looking at you. Don't stop yourself from having your dreams. Just work for it. Go towards your dreams. Don't go over there and get these mediocre things that don't go over there and pay you enough. Don't do that to yourself. You guys are smart. Okay? Capricorn, you're very hardworking. You're very driven. And you're very intelligent. You know how to work the angle. Okay, when I say the angle, I'm not talking about like, it's acute or it's an obtuse or it's, a 180 degree. No, I know that's not an angle, but you know what I mean. Okay. If you want to be a chef, go through something that will allow you to be a chef. If you want to work with animals, try being a vet. Try going over there working in a shelter. Try to go over there and work places that have animals. If you want to teach people, go after things that allow you to have that. Okay? But you need to also get a job that you can be able to be yourself. You can't get a job that makes you feel like you can't communicate and you can't be understood and you're restricted. Because even though they pay you a lot of money, Capricorn, you are going to hate that job. And sometimes all the money in the world is not enough to deal with bullshit. It's not. I've worked quite a few jobs. Okay? And one job in particular, because I had two. I had to go to night classes and I worked two jobs. And the job that I had in the morning and like at nights, right, when I come after my classes, was incredibly difficult. And they paid me like $5,000 a month. And I know that's a lot of money, right? That is. But the money was not enough to do the things that I did, man. I got scratches and scars and bruises because the person that I had to work with constantly hit me, right? So I'm getting completely destroyed and it was incredibly stressful and I took it. I took that fucking shit. I took it. It wasn't the person's fault. It's just a shitty situation. You know what I mean? And I'm saying that like sometimes money is not enough to deal with the BS. And everybody says like there's a price for something. Okay. But you can't put a price on your sanity, man. A lot of us are killing ourselves for the name of the dollar. A lot of us sacrifice our mental, our emotional, our physical, our spiritual health and well-being for the name of the dollar, for a piece of paper that's considered currency that can buy you things that you need to have a comfortable life. It is an endless rat wheel of chasing a piece of paper that is called currency to get things that we don't even get to enjoy. Run it back if you got to, but that is facts. Okay? So get something that one you enjoy doing that ties into your passion and things that you wake up in the morning being like, yo, I can't wait to go to work. Because if you're doing it like that, yeah, you're going to be able to accomplish a lot of things at work and you're also going to be able to enjoy what you do. And even though the money is going to be good, you can be able to save, okay? Work on saving your money and work on getting opportunities that make sense. All right, also get people that can work with you, baby. Because mentally, you're ready to work with others. You're ready to have like that teamwork equals that dream work because you guys know that you can do it on your own, but it's easier to have a group. Just make sure you get people that are the A team, not the F team. Don't get anybody that's like, oh, it's too difficult. I can't do it. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, fuck this. I don't want to do it anymore. Listen here. We're in the same shit. We're in the same shit sandwich, okay? If I'm gonna do this, you best believe and receive, sweet cheeks. You're gonna do it too. All right, we are in this together. Because if you think I'm gonna do my job and y'all's job and only get paid for my part of the work, y'all are tripping. Y'all crazy, bro. Nah, this is how it's gonna work. Listen here and listen clearly. Don't try me, okay? I'm telling you guys this now. Don't go there and be one of those people gonna have to do all the work by yourself and you're only getting paid for your portion of the work. Listen, if you're doing Annabeth's, Jeffrey, Charles, and Tabitha's work as well as your own work, you doing one person work, right? Like 5 people work on one person. So that means I should get 5 times the pay. You see how the math be mathing when it's like that, right? What is the math be mathing when you're doing your job and everybody else's job and you're only getting paid for your portion? Right. It don't make sense. Anywho, we can get into your future. Y'all gonna be so tired of my nonsense, but the thing is, though it sounds mad, right? It makes sense. It makes sense. So, okay. Anyways, loss and despair is your future, okay? And I think you're going to learn. I want to say that is not going to be woe is me. I just think that there's going to be some things that y'all mourn, okay? Because when I say loss and despair, I see it as mourning, not like rise and shine and what's cooking good looking and wakey eggs and bacon. Yes, I said all that. But I'm going to be a lady in her 30s. I really don't care what people think of me. I don't, like, here's the thing. As long as I know who I am, I really don't care. You don't like me? Okay, bye. I'm not here to please everybody. I'm not everyone's cup of tea. I'm a daiquiri. Okay? I'm a fun drink that has candies and all sorts of surprises. It's strong, fruity, and sweet. And it's good for all occasions. It's a little bit of hemp in there, but just adds on to the charm. Now, loss and despair, mourning, okay? Mourning doesn't mean that you are going to be losing somebody. They're not going to be passing away. It just means that there's some things that you need to let go and allow yourself to grieve, okay? You can grieve about a relationship that didn't work. You can grieve for that. You can cry about what you wanted it to be, what you hoped for it to become, and wishing for things to be a little different, and allow yourself to feel that, grieve, let it go. You can go over there and be a little lost and confused. You can allow yourself to feel those emotions. The only thing is you cannot live in those emotions. Okay? I can't live in being angry. Yes, I get frustrated. Yes, I get overwhelmed. Yes, I get tired of the same old thing constantly, all the time, like worrying, right? Going over there wondering, what's this going to happen? When is that going to happen? Stressing myself out because I am trying to think about 1,000 things and it's hard for me to put it into words. That way I can go over there and get other people to understand what I'm saying or what I'm feeling, right? I get tired. I do. I get tired. Yesterday I was incredibly tired. I was tired and I was pissy and I was just like, you know what? I don't feel like really dealing with anybody, but like here I am. I'm functional. I'm present. It happens. But I can't stay in that emotion. I can't stay in being sad. I can't stay in being angry. I can't stay in being stressed. Things are going to happen whether you're ready for it or not. Okay, so allow yourself to feel those emotions. Pretend you're like on a beach, okay? But hear me out. Pretend that you're on a beach. The sand is warm. The water's clear. And the water is your emotions, okay? And the sand is your grounding areas where you can plant yourself. You're sitting down. The sun is out. The birds are chirping. And the water smells like Capri Sun. And you know what? Let's just be cute. Yeah. Y'all talking about Capri Sun. What the fuck? Hold on. It can be whatever drink you want. Capri Sun. And there's gummy fishes in there. There's a point. I promise you. And you see this wave, right? Because you're laying down on the sand. You see this big wave wash over you, right? And goes back in. As the wave washes over you, you're feeling this emotion: anger, sadness, despair, happiness, joy, confusion, wonderment, whatever that you're feeling. And as it goes back, it takes that with you. You can't stay in one emotion. Because if you stay angry and you stay sad, you're going to start turning into apathy. You're going to start blocking everything out and try to act like nothing bothers you and that everything's okay when you're clearly holding on by the seams. It happens to me. It happens to y'all. It happens to everybody. You're not, like, here's the thing. Don't be ashamed of how you feel. Your feelings make you human, okay? Having emotions, understanding, compassion, and empathy, that is human. No matter where the emotion is coming from, You have that ability to connect with other people and for people to connect with you through those feelings, through those emotions. Yeah. Yeah. So, like, take time and feel yourself. Like, really, genuinely feel your feelings, feel your mind, feel the moment. Even if it's a fucking shitty moment, feel the moment. And then let it go. Work past it. You have the right to feel, whether you're a man, woman, or person. You do not have the right to hold on to it. Holding on to such emotions is not healthy for you, baby. Okay, I've done it. I've gotten really good at trying to handle it a lot better, but sometimes I fall down and I struggle. And it's okay. But just remember, feel what you need to feel and then let it go. Because holding on to certain emotions is going to kill you. And you're too young and too sexy and too boss, level queen, kings and royals in betweens, right? We're too divine to be going over there and getting ourselves killed because of bullshit as emotions that we haven't learned to let go of and work through. Healing is achieving, okay? And healing means you got to go through the trenches. They're not pretty, but you're going to go through it. You're going to be just fine. Now, let's get into your energy, okay? Let's talk about that. Your energy is a beautiful thing. Anybody can lie about their feelings, about their intentions, about who they are, but you cannot lie about your vibe, okay? Your vibe connects with your tribe. Whatever you are radiating is going to be coming right back to you. Think of it like this, all right? Peasants and, divine energy. Divine queens, kings, and royals in betweens. All right, my people. You guys are vibing high. When you vibe high, you are seeing things as a lesson and a blessing. All right? You're not going up there saying, oh my God, life sucks. I have to deal with this. My person doesn't love me anymore. My family's stressing me out. My work is not working. My relationship died. I'm losing my house. I'm being cursed. I'm just going as the stacks of the gods and goddesses, divine powers are coming after me. No. Calm yourself. Things happen for a reason. Even though at the time we don't know what the hell the reason is. We really don't. You find out later on in life. Like, you find out later on when you're done with it, like, after you've gone through it, like, oh, so that's why that happened. Oh, that makes sense now. It's a really shitty thing to happen to me, but I mean, okay. I get it now. Jesus. Now, like I said, lessons and blessings. Lessons teach you how to deal with things, okay? Because you guys have this. You have the past as your outcome for this whole reading, okay? So whatever you guys are dealing with, there's some things that you may be holding on to in your heart that is past related, and you're going to have to learn how to work with that. You won't have to go over there at some point in time, baby. Sit your pretty bum down, okay? Sit your pretty butt down. Sit down. Cool it. Get some jazz, some music, some snacky snacks, lay backy back, and just take it, okay? Because you're going to have to acknowledge this. Our past does not define us. That is the first thing I'm ever going to tell you guys. You are not your past. Your past does not define you. If you were a shitty person back then in the days, right? You weren't healed, and you're a bit of a prickly dick. I'm not naming any names. Me. No. That's silliness, right? Silliness. But yeah, your past doesn't define you. You are not your past. The important thing is that you learn from it. Your past teaches you how to deal with things that are going to come into the present and the future. Like video game, okay? This is the best way I can describe it, because I feel like when I say it like that, y'all can understand. Because like at some point in time, either you're a gamer or you're somebody like me that likes to watch people play video games, okay? I find it interesting. I find it interesting and I find it relaxing. I'm like, oh, okay. And also, I can make stories up with each character in my mind about what's going on and what the quest is about. And then it just kind of entertains me. Anywho, back to serious business. When you are dealing with the levels, right? You're dealing with challenges in level 1, and you pick up new combinations and you learn how to do this, that, and the third. You're picking up traits and skills while you're dealing with level 1, right? That means whatever you're learning with your quest, whatever mission that they're giving you, you now know how to handle the boss level, which is when it's going to come back again. Okay. You're going to have to deal with people, different faces, different names, same personality. So when you learn how to deal with difficult people or how to handle this kind of situation or that situation, it's because the past has taught you how to deal with it. Okay. It teaches you how, like, what you want for yourself, what we're not going to put up with, what our boundaries are, what we are looking for, how to handle difficult people, how to put up with this situation, how to handle that. And it looks like trauma, abuse, neglect, toxicity, nastiness, never having anything, things aren't working your way. We're repeating a lesson. We're repeating a lesson. Repeating a lesson, and you have to repeat lessons because you haven't learned the lesson. Like, there's a pattern that you're using. Okay, for example, if you're getting out of a relationship and you're jumping onto another relationship and you're not taking time to really think about, like, how can I have time for myself and not rely on a relationship to make myself feel full. Like, it's okay for me to be by myself. I don't need anybody. Okay. And I would say I'm kind of like that right now. Like, I used to be somebody that would jump into one relationship, get out of that relationship, it didn't work. Get into this relationship didn't work. Go into the next person, go into the next person, go into the next person. And until I learned how to sit down, I kept repeating the same patterns. I didn't catch what I was doing. So sometimes you need to sit down, take a break, and really think about, what am I doing? What patterns am I repeating? What do I need to work on? What are my strengths and what are my weaknesses, right? Those are called in the game, right? Where you get to practice. You get to go over there and train and not have any real intimate danger because you're learning how to work with the controllers, the combinations, and the moves, okay? Again, your past teaches you. What is your present about? Your present is about opportunity. This is the blessings. You understood your lessons and now you can get some blessings, right? Blessings come as people, situations, opportunities, and things that will lift you up, allow you to have money, allow you to be stable, allow you to build yourself as you're getting into the swing of things. And then when you have enough, you can choose to either stay with the blessing or you can try new things, okay? And the future is the goal that we hope to get. We learn from the past. We have opportunities into the present that are guiding us into what we want in the future. And the future is just whatever we make it in the now moment. Okay? Now, that being said, let's get into your energy. I know it's a long ass talk for about energy, but I want y'all to understand. Okay? Because energy is important. You're giving out wisdom, patience, and diplomacy. You're receiving energy and disorganization. Yes, it is important to be wise. Yes, it is important to be patient. Yes, you should be able to meet in the middle, but know what you're getting your energy into. Because some people, whether they mean to or not, will go over there and waste your time. They can be very impulsive. They can be really tiring, and no matter how you try to handle them or be with them, it's just constant stress and problems and worries, and it just doesn't mix well. Okay. So when you're getting energy and disorganization, and your energy is kind of like, I'm putting my energy over here, I'm putting my energy over there, I'm going this way, I'm going that way, and I'm just kind of spread so thin, it's so wide, I don't have any time for me. Bring it back. Work on what you can do, okay? Baby, if you don't have 100% to give, Don't give them the full package. If you have 50% to give it like 10. Okay? Know when to rest and recharge. Plan and prepare yourself a little bit better. Get yourself organized. Okay? If you're in a funk, because I love you guys. I know quite a few Capricorns, and sometimes I love y'all, but you guys get into a funk. You get stuck, and you are really good. You guys are the kings and queens, like the Virgos and other signs, of acting like everything is okay. Like on the surface, everything looks fine, but under the surface, it is not okay. Like, baby, you going through a lot. Okay, you were struggling. The struggling is real. So when it comes to that, get outside and touch some grass. I mean, seriously, go outside. Go there, roll your eyes at me. Yeah, what? Go outside and connect with Mother Earth. Y'all need to ground yourself. You guys need to go outside and get some fresh air. Touch some grass. Walk barefooted. All right, now watch where you're walking barefoot. There's snakes and things out there. I don't want you getting hurt, but walk a little bit barefooted. Touch some snow if that's what's going on. Take a walk. Take some deep breaths. Calm your mind. And work on one thing at a time. Sometimes you need to have some time to sit down and ground yourself. Okay, Capricorn? And as an earth sign, such as myself, to another earth sign, going outside and touching grass connects you. Okay, grounding helps you stay solid. It doesn't make you go all the way. So with energy and disorganization, what you're getting back, and you're putting out wisdom, patience, and diplomacy. Yes, be patient. Yes, use your brain. Yes, diplomacy, being a compromiser, meeting in the middle, combining ideas, agreeing to disagree. Very, very cool, very good. But have time for yourself, okay? Have some time for yourself. Take a break. Sit down. Go outside. Talk to the birds. Seriously, touch some grass, okay? Really go over there and connect with Mother Nature. Because if y'all ground yourself a little bit, you can be able to stay a little bit solid, and you can kind of like clean out all the energy that you're absorbing, because you guys have work, you have a relationship, you have school, you have community, you have family, and it's a lot to handle. It's a lot to handle, and y'all carry it very well, but underneath the surface, bro, it is not all right. I love you. I'm just letting you guys know I'm keeping it real. Now, manage your time, honey. Take time for you, but also take it like one time, like this thing done, all right, next thing. And also take time for you to relax. Now, greatest hope is great wealth and inheritance, all right? So you really want that money. You want to be successful. You don't want to go there and have to worry about anything anymore. Honey, you and me both. Jesus. I wish I had the power to go over there, snap my fingers, right, and be like, $1 million, and just go, and then money would just fall from the sky. Bro, I would be so freaking happy. I was like, yo, where was this power when I needed it? Okay. But your fear, honey, is resentment and a turning point. I don't think it's so much of people not liking you, Capricorn. I feel like it's you losing yourself. Okay? Here's the thing. People really don't here's the thing. I'm going to say it again. People don't understand, okay? If you've never gone through it, if you haven't had to go over there where you had to shut yourself emotionally and mentally and physically and be empathetic, which is hollow, numb, and empty to everybody and everything, you will not understand how scary that is. Because everybody has their softness, their warmth. You guys have that. You guys may look very tough on the outside, but you're very sweet on the inside, Like if somebody goes down and takes down that wall, you guys are very loyal and very sweet and very funny and very goofy and very playful. Like you have this very sweet side, like the side that we can rely on, okay? But what happens when you don't have that side anymore? Nobody wants to lose themselves. Like, I'm scared of not of other people. I'm scared of myself. I'm scared of being turned to where I can't really feel anything anymore. And I just don't give a shit. Like, look, I may not go over there and be the first one to start a fight, but believe and receive, I will put somebody on their face, man. Like, don't put me in a situation where I'm just an angry, hateful, vengeful motherfucker. I don't want to be that. And that's why I say for your greatest fear is to lose yourself. People have tested you. You have gone through a lot. All right? Whether it is bad relationship, whether it's family, whether it's jobs, whether it's friendship, whether it's just one thing after another thing after another thing, you're struggling to probably hold yourself together. Allow yourself to feel, okay? Allow yourself to feel. Feeling emotions is not weakness. Go to a safe place where you can express yourself and not be judged. And let it out. Sometimes we need a good scream. We need a good cry. We need a good, getting a stick or something and just really beating something. Not somebody, guys. We not listen here, copy. We don't beat up people because, one, there's cameras everywhere and we are not going to jail, okay? We're too sexy to get locked up. I'm just saying, look, that's not what I had for this year's resolution now. Now, if it happened, but let's not do it. Anywho, work on expressing yourself. Have a safe place or be with someone that you can just be honest and vulnerable, okay? If you don't have a safe place and you don't have a person, go somewhere where it's quiet and just allow yourself to feel, okay? It's all right because you're holding in a lot and it's not healthy. It's going to fuck with your mind. It's going to mess with your body. It's going to be really bad for your heart health and your spiritual. It's okay. Now, when it comes to your greatest hope for money, right, for success, save money. That's the first thing. 2, go for opportunities that go for you. Go for things that you like doing, things that you're passionate about, things that make you wake up in the morning and be like, yeah, okay? And do things that are for you. Don't live your life for other people. Don't live your life for other people. Live your life for you. Be with people that accept you for your good, your bad, your ugly. Take time to understand what you need and what you want for yourself before you jump into other relationships. If you're single. Now, if you're with somebody, y'all have to be able to communicate. Sorry, mosquitoes. You have to be able to communicate, build trust, build a connection, and it takes time. It's not a fast process. It's learning each other, okay? Because in a relationship, when you first see somebody, either you both are crazy about each other or someone is crazy about the other person. It's the puppy dog phase. Everything they do is cute. After the honeymoon phase, right? You get into the phase where some of the things are not cute anymore and they're really annoying. And then you get past that and you start combining your personalities, okay? Because I personally can be a very dominating, very kind of impulsive person. And I'm incredibly creative and not always on one point. Like, my energy is not stable energy. It's cathartic, cuckoo energy, okay? So when I have somebody more calmer, more grounded, we kind of have to, I have to blend it in with them. My weakness is their strength. Their weakness is my strength. And we balance each other out, okay? It takes effort. It takes work. And when you're done mixing it, you're starting to learn each other. Like, it's a whole freaking thing, man. So, take it easy. Take it one step at a time. Also, remember, your past is to teach you. Don't jump back in there, man. You learned what you wanted. Now you know what you need, and go after that. Now, your advice ties into giving and receiving money, obtaining resources. This, paired up with this, is going to equal this. Teamwork to make the dream work. So we're not out here doing the work by ourselves, because I know a lot of you guys, people don't be doing their job right, okay? People don't be doing their job right. And guess who has to do it? You. And some of them are really dumb. Some of them be like, oh, I can't do it. I've forgotten how. You didn't forget how. You know that if you don't do this job right, that it's going to be put on to me. So I'm going to have to go over there and lift not only myself up, I'm going to have to lift the whole congregation. Y'all be tripping, bro. Y'all be on some levels. Like, for real. Like, how can you go over there and, like, here's the thing. How did you get the job if you're not even doing the work? That's what I want to know. How does that math be mathing? How does that compute? How does that connect? Because that makes no sense. Anywho, get opportunities that get you, all right? Make sure that you're allowed to have your schedule the way that you need it, but work somewhere where your passion is. And save money. Save your money. Okay, pay your bills. If you have leftover cash, half of it goes into savings where you do not touch it. The other half of the leftover money gets into your pocket, because if you don't have gas, if you don't have food, you need something and your card's lost and your phone died or whatever, you have some cash on hand. And every time you have leftover money, even if it's change, pennies, coins, whatever, okay, you put it in the savings. You put it in your rainy day fund, all right? Because then you're adding it up. You're stacking the stack, all right? You're getting that cushion. Last time, and I promise I'll let you guys go, your outcome is the past. Your past does not define you. I don't know if you need to hear that or not, but please don't go over there and be like, well, because back then I used to be this person and I'll never go over there. I'll always be that person. Listen here. I used to be a real piece of shit. Okay, I'm not this lady that you see before you today that is a lot more healed and like can admit that she's wrong. Okay, I was a real piece of work. I learned to heal. I learned that there's some things that I'm accountable for that I need to work on. I am not the past me. I'm sorry to anybody that used to know me back in the day and think that I'm that same person. That person died, bro. RIP to past me, because this is the me of the now. I'm not her. You feel me? Like, you're not you. So, yeah. Anyways, past is to teach, present is to open opportunity, and future is to go after the goals. That being said, you guys got this. Always remember to slay the day, be happy and be gay. I love you guys very much. Have a safe day. Peace out. Bye. Next up is going to be Aquarius.